We have a lot of clients from China who come here, and some of them, exceed 1 year of being here because they were exploring their religion, and it just didn't happen before the 1 year. But then they really genuinely become Christians, for example. How do you see cases like that, and how what can the client argue, to see that he's eligible for that 1 year exception?
Yeah, as I say, the burden is on the applicant to show that they fall within the exception. And if you can support your claim by showing either adverse circumstances in your particular community, news reports or topical reports showing that members of your faith are being persecuted in their home country, that would be supportive. People who are similarly situated than you, in other words, they also are a member of the same faith and are being mistreated and persecuted in their home country because of their affiliation with that faith, that can give rise to an asylum application, even though you've been here more than the 1 year period. Now, the question is when you're supposed to file that application. And the statute talks about what is reasonable, a reasonable period of time. So the big question is, how long should you wait before you file an application of that nature? And I would suggest once it's discovered that you would be entitled to the changed circumstances to file an asylum application, you should do so as soon as possible. Don't wait. It does not give you an additional 1 year after your discovery of this. It gives you a reasonable period of time, and the reasonable period of time is based upon the circumstances in your case. So
this is very important, very important, guys. So you don't have, whatever triggers that change circumstance. So let's say in a Christian case, we usually argue that it's the baptism that triggers it. Not necessarily, it could be something else, but that the baptism is this outward manifestation telling the world that I am a Christian and I'm going to follow this doctrine, right? You don't have a year from the date of your baptism. You need to do it ASAP, right?
That's correct. That's correct. And I've seen the circumstances where they waited too long. In that type of situation to file,
so they could have had the exception,
right? But if they don't file within a reasonable period of time, they lose that exception.